All right, and welcome everyone. Hopefully things are sounding just fine, looking just fine. Let me go ahead and introduce you all to the party as I come back online. Hopefully with less of the D&D chant that was here before. All right, everyone can hear me. Everyone here. Everyone having a good time.
Ooka chaka, ooka,
Ooga,
ooka,
ooga,
ooka
ooga,
chaka.
chaka, ooga, ooga.
I think I pooed a little.
We just started.
Oh, are
Very
we live?
strong start. Yes.
sorry.
Interesting concept you just put in front of me. I'd like to process this information another day.
Why not? Why not?
All right.
Is that the
All right. Everyone go ahead and adjust your volume. It's super loud. Adjust it for everyone else on chat too. That should be good. All right. As soon as everyone has their chats gone ahead and realigned, we'll go ahead and jump right into it.
We're good over on this end.
Do I have to set up the dice again? Yes, I do.
All right. Yep. Go ahead and make sure you have your dice set up. Go ahead and make sure you've got your water. You've got everything kind of set up for yourself. There might be a bit of a timer on that, so I'm not sure if it'll show up.
Oh, yeah, I'll refill my water.
There's a timer on that, Sharpie.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. I got you. We're a little hard to hear over the music, apparently.
Okay, I got that. All right, you all should be coming in loud and clear, but I'm also going to adjust you on my side to be just louder for everyone in the audience.
Wow! Wow!
Russell!
Had two Mario Brothers, Yoshi, and someone just sniffing drugs. Or something else. Probably a mushroom.
Eating a mushroom sounds about right.
The question is, what kind of mushrooms?
All right, we're back with water. We're back with hopefully everyone being able to hear everything. Hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear, I think.
Are you back with your
Yep.
conscience?
As far as we can tell, you are.
Are we?
Are we?
Only
Oh.
one way to find out.
Wait, what?
Roll initiative.
Oh, yeah, only one way to find out. So let's go ahead and roll this in.
I didn't know we were doing the classic tavern brawl start.
Nope, no classic uh, tavern brawl start, though I wish I had thought of it. We should have dove right into that. I had to turn that beep off. It's gonna get real noisy in here as soon as I have to hear all of that.
Beep bop boop.
All right, but let's go ahead and jump into our first session of Capricious Reverie with Mika way out of place.
Yes.
Whoa!
And I we don't sound like it. We're fucking excited people.
The
Oh,
reason
yeah.
why I'm quiet is because I'm nervous.
I'm scarfing down my food.
Scott, chug, 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 chug.
The joke. So
I
trying.
am also fucking scarfing down a burger, but also I am here right now and I am living.
Speedy, speedy. Boostio. This is too much energy for 11 a.m. in the morning.
Well, if you thought that was a lot of energy, I'm about to turn it way down for you.
Hell yeah.
Ow.
Sorry.
I don't know who that person is, but I love their name.
Give me
Yo,
shit now.
we love us a gay goblin mother.
I love you. You don't know me, and I don't know you, but I love you.
Oh my god.
The bad shout out. Everyone pay attention.
I love you so much that the music stopped.
You ever meet a gay goblin mother so strong as she just stops the music?
Music stops, all eyes on them.
Do a little
Cue
shimmy.
song transition.
You guys doing musical? Ba-da-ba-ba.
I like how my portrait is just all the way to the left.
Gosh, I hate that I might have to start and stop the music all the time. We'll see though.
There's no repeat.
There is, but usually I'm used to it just jumping to the next song if I don't if I just re-input the signal. But we'll work with what I got.
Okay. Rest in peace.
Oh well. Oh well.
Technically, you could just always do the Spotify listening party thing.
That's also
Unless
fair.
not all of us have premium, but if you don't, I don't know what you're doing.
Right now I'm just using the bot and chat, but I might look into that just so I don't have to worry about it. I can just use Spotify as it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind using Spotify.
Opens it right now.
All right, let's go ahead and kick this off.
Ah, it's starting. Oh,
Oh.
did we do that? Opens the other shit.
Oh shit! Dream Seeker.
Hmm. let's try it this way. There we go. So tell me, those who have entered this place, beaten and bruised, how many dreams, how many nightmares have all begun in this room? How many fevered dreams of horror only ever glimpsed this space? These echoing halls, whether intentionally or unintentionally, covered with the plots of this world's demise. A cleansing of this world's sins perpetuates on a daily basis, and the parts in all of this, big or small, key or simply a means to the end, have all led you to this place. The marker of some of your own personal hells are now a mere closed door away. The puppeteer to some of the truths that you all feel that you have chased your entire lives, now separated by a stone threshold. Considering the beginning of it all, the mounds of battles you went through, the piles of both enemies and allies you clawed your way up in order to meet destiny in this place. And will you all be able to band yourselves together to save the world? The grinding of stone on stone snaps you away from these thoughts as the door to all of your answers opens up to the mastermind of this end.
Vern is going to go ahead and rush in. Because Vernon knows something. He wants it.
Where?
Oh.
Should we? Okay, we all not then. Okay.
Well,
Not there.
Just going to step through the door. Oh, okay. No, okay.
Why not rush in?
I can list off
what
10.
is happening?
That was sarcasm.
Not here. Not here. Where?
Would you mind telling us what you're looking for? Maybe we can help. Okay.
Oh,
Maybe don't stand at the middle of the room.
I think they might be looking for me. Welcome you all to my small castle on the hill. A figure steps behind a podium, their face shadowed in darkness as they step out into the glimmering lights and freckles glistening from each of the many pillars now surrounding you.
Like a cat. We're gonna make him Werner's fur bristle up, and his bones are gonna spike up a bit.
And who would we have the pleasure of speaking with?
You need not worry about that. You can call me the end, or whatever you all can come up with. I've put much too many hours of work into this, and all I wish to do is watch as it all comes to fruition. You all can feel free to go back to being the steps to that, or whatever you are.
Bring me back my family. You walk closer.
Please don't
We'll
walk
be
towards.
doing no such thing.
Pull up my two hand axes. Tell me what
Oh,
you
dear.
think to them.
Oh, I see. You all think that you have something to gain in all of this. I'm sorry. The only thing you'll find here is a quicker end than I'm delivering to the rest of the world. Of course, you can sit back and do nothing. Last a bit longer than the very grounds you stand on. That choice is yours. If you still have anything else you wish for me to take from you.
The vow that matters not. What I want is my family back. If I cannot get my family, then I bring you down with me.
Can I try to like investigate these sigils and stuff on the floor to see if I can try and make out anything?
Absolutely. You can give me a knowledge arcana to try and make out what is there. You can see a lot of them are still glowing with some faded power, though most of them seem to have been destroyed or wiped away either with time or through some manic change that was attempted.
Can I attempt?
I got a 21.
So, especially with the ones that you are investigating that have that kind of green ethereal glow around them, you are able to recognize, at least from your total encounters when it came to the arcane colleges that you've been through, parades and the like of people showing off their power, you can feel a grasp of almost natural, uh, earth-like or control-like earth-like or nature-like magic emanating from that entire pillar and most of the sigils nearby it.
Okay.
I forgot. I was push it off. Can I do the? Can I be looking at the general? What is it? Crystal-looking thing for the red one?
Yeah, absolutely. Were you trying to determine like what's going on with it, or
Yes. What is going on with it magically? I'm assuming.
yes, that would be a knowledge arcana.
Teehee.
All right. With a 15, you feel a less controlled font of magic, a simple flame of just arcane energy, specifically of the fire element, ravaging through as if it fluctuates up and down through different levels of power, sparking at its highest in almost a wave of heat that's hard to stand near, and sometimes flickering all the way down to a small ember.
Can I attempt to grapple the creature in front of me?
Absolutely, you can attempt it.
26.
Jesus Christ.
When you open up your arms and try and wrap your arms around this shadow of a human standing in front of you, you're not quite sure as their entire visage seems to buckle underneath your grip, as if you touched something for even half a second before completely collapsing it in. And in that moment, they appear more towards the middle of the room. Oh, I can't have you doing all of that not so soon. I'd rather play with all of you if you all are willing to play. That is, I will need consent from all of you. If I'm going to be exterminating everything and starting with a clean slate, I'll at least give you the option to go quietly.
Well, I didn't come here to play games.
And the only thing I'll be consenting to is whooping your butt.
Ditto.
Was that all you could say? Nothing else heroic at all.
But is a very unique choice.
is.
Um. Is now really the time for such commentary?
I believe not.
I'm going out with a smile on my face.
Attack!
So long as we're all in agreement then.
Holy shit, okay.
I'll go ahead and take initiative from all of you.
This is from the little 15 sheet, yes?
Yes.
Damn, Miko with the plus 12 initiative?
Oh, you know what?
Damn.
Just to help out with that, if everyone could double check, see if you have your 3D dice enabled. If not, that's completely fine. Sometimes it can slow down the browser.
I turned it on, but it only works sometimes.
That is completely fair. All right, I see a couple that were rolled but weren't entered. Let me see if I can't get those typed in for you. All right, with that, Mika, we'll be starting with you.
Okay, so since they're obviously ready and willing, I am going to just take out my longbow and fire an arrow at them using sharpshooter. So, since also with what's it called? Assassin, every character that has not moved yet, I get an advantage on. So give me 1 second and see how much this roll is gonna be.
Jesus.
Assassin!
Okay, so it's
Big Unga Munga assassin die.
I'm to see all the dice roll. It's calculating the numbers.
so does a 14 hit at all?
Unfortunately, a 14 does not hit.
Okie dokie. Well then, I'll just spam a bardic inspiration at Vern since they seem very ready to go action, and go. Yeah, I'll be over here. You deal with the issue. I'll be back, and I'll go over here.
Gotcha. With that, Zaylee, it is your turn.
Okay. So. What Zaylee's going to do is she kind of twirls this parasol around in her hand before flicking it open and then drawing forth the blade from the handle. Wielding the parasol part kind of as a shield. As she steps forward very calmly. I told you I didn't come here to play your games. And I'm going to make an attack with my packed weapon.
All right, let's see it.
That's a
Yeah.
natural 1. But that's okay. Because I took an evocation called Thirsting Blade, which means I get a second attack.
Okay, the first attack, it almost doesn't even look like it misses. It looks like your blade simply slashes through there, through the figure of the shadows. And go ahead with your second attack.
I love this game. That's a 2 for 14.
Yeah, unfortunately, 14 is not enough.
That's fine.
All right, with that, Omen, it is your turn.
I'm I've just seen three of my teammates completely whiff hitting at this figure, so I'm at a bit of a loss.
You can do it. You can do it, Omen.
I'm thinking so hard right now.
Blast it.
So then you started blasting.
I don't think I have a blast. I didn't look at my little 15 sheet because I thought it'd be later. Roll20 is a functional website.
Yes.
Remember, chatters, can't make an account at roll20.com, but
How do I move my map so I can see?
If you click on the little topmost sort of cursor on the top left and hit select/move, you can move your camera.
Thank you. So what I'll do is I'll challenge divinity path to the grave. I can use challenge divinity as an action to curse one creature I can see within 30 feet until the end of my next turn. The next time myself or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all attacks damage. I don't see one.
Nope, it just happens.
Nice. Until I think it's my next turn. Let me double check.
Next attack that hits until their next turn. Yep.
Yes.
Teehee.
I'm gonna skid her a little bit, and then that's it. And that's my turn.
All right, with that, Vern, we're back to you.
I'm rage. And so, rages, I'm gonna choose my claw and tail form. So you see Burner, half the right side of the body becomes encapsulated in a lot of dead skin and bone. Sprouts a big scorpion tail. His right hand becomes a big claw. And he just shouts, "You're dead!" Runs up. He's gonna do. He attacks against him.
Okay, let's do those rolls.
First with the claw attack. Ah, reckless.
Oh, there we go.
I see.
Okay, that is wow.
Wow.
And he's vulnerable to it.
Boy.
Yep, that hits.
Counting dice. Oh.
You said you were counting dice for. Oh man.
Mm. I was correct in my assumption. You were counting dice.
They just keep coming.
And the dice keep rolling, rolling, and rolling, rolling, and rolling, rolling.
As I just prepare to wipe away a huge amount of damage.
Crying. Not my 60 plus damage in one turn. No.
All right, what was the total on that?
So-
Looks like a. Oh, okay. They just keep coming. Never mind. That was my fault.
20, 43, 71.
Ah, I see. And in that instant, you at the very least feel like you've made contact with something. You don't see any blood, but the resistance finally gives a bit of catharsis to the blow. You get a feeling that smug, almost anticipating smile being wiped from their face. You had more attacks here.
That's all the attacks I can do at the moment. I can do more, easily set up.
Alrighty. With that, Broussard, it is your turn.
All right. So, I am going to use a spirit die to try and. This is a bonus action, by the way. To use spiritual shackles, and it has to do a wisdom saving throw of 18. Give me 1 second.
You say I owe you a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, wisdom saving throw of 18.
All right, so unfortunately he does pass. You said that was your bonus action to do that?
Yeah, that's my bonus.
All right, so he does pass that. What are you using your normal action, or are you moving?
All right. So since that missed, I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And as my action, I am going to cast Contagion, which I have to make a melee spell attack against it.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
That is a 19.
It's a good roll, but that is a miss.
All right. Well, I end my turn there.
All right, with that, Obsidian, it is your turn.
All right, shit, mate. So, my first order of action is going to be to take my movement to go about 5, 10, 15. And while I am approaching, I have a shield and mace in hand that are kind of glowing with energy, and that energy pulsates out towards everybody within 30 feet of me as I am casting a spell called Holy Aura for my action.
Okay, what does Holy Aura do?
Holy Aura causes divine light to wash out within 30 feet of me. Creatures of my choice within that radius shed 5 feet of light and have advantages on all saving throws. Enemies against these creatures have disadvantage on their attack rolls. And there's an additional feature if a creature is fiend or undead, but you'll have to let me know if that's applicable.
Okay, in this particular sense, it is not applicable.
All right, then that's all that would be applicable for the spell.
All right, is everyone keeping track of that for how it benefits you and hurts me?
What?
Sorry,
Might
I was
need to be
discussing
reminded.
something.
I will type it out afterwards. I'm just going to also put forward what my bonus action is going to be, if that's all right.
Yep, that is completely fine.
All right, so for my bonus action also, the same hand that Obsidian wields his shield with is going to reach out towards Vern, and I am casting Shield of Faith, which for the time that I am maintaining concentration, you have a +2 to AC.
Bonus AC.
Okay. Pretty good bonus. We've gone ahead and buffed ourselves up for the next coming round. Was that everything that you were doing with your turn?
Yes, it would be.
Anthem, before you destroy us in one turn,
Uh-huh.
Did you see what I was discussing with Sharpie?
Oh, apparently that was supposed to be a lot more damage.
Yeah, it was supposed to be double the 28. Because
Excuse
the
me
next hit had
while
vulnerability due to Omen.
excuse me while I'll apply that damage. Don't you worry. I got you. I got you.
And if you
Apply it
close
right back
your
to
eye-
us. Apply it right back to us.
Uno reverse card.
You all can't be giving away my moves like this.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Would any of this be familiar to Omen at all?
So, Omen, you have this whole, especially with now the actual combat that's going on, you've had shivers going down your spine since the moment you stepped into this room. Each individual rune on the ground, every pulse sends a horrible shiver down your spine as if you felt the power that's linked to all of them before. But even more so is the disturbing aura coming from the person that you're facing. You're honestly not sure how deep the rabbit hole goes the more that you try and understand the power that they have.
Gotcha.
Which you'll get to experience firsthand because it's their turn now.
Yay!
So he looks out at all of you and he raises an arm into the air. Don't you all know? I just want to return this world to a more natural state, one of complete air. And when he says that, the orb behind you goes out. And when its glow fades, I need all of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
I was gonna say, but I don't think this is gonna be a spell they're casting, and rather just an effect because of the place. I cannot counterspell this, can I?
Unfortunately not. It is a lair action, actually.
Yeah, I figured as much. Okay. What is it, Dex?
Yep, I'll need a dexterity saving throw from all of you.
Oh boy, that big fatty 10!
Before I roll as a reaction, I'd like to use my ghostly protection, which allows me to roll a spirit dice and add it. Oh wait, no, that's sorry, phantasmal resilience. Add it to my dex save.
Omen, please remember to also roll with advantage. You apply for the 30 feet.
Oh. I hit the wrong thing, sorry.
That's fantastic. What was everyone's totals?
23.
23.
11.
18.
Wait, did we add them both?
Mm-mm.
No, you pick the highest roll.
Oh, okay, 17.
Okay, which of you all rolled above a 20?
I did.
Here.
Mika.
Fantastic. You and I think you said Broussard, you rolled as well?
Yes,
All right, you both will be taking half.
Yay. Half of what?
half
This
of
fat sack of damage.
44.
Oh, 22. Thanks.
As they raise their hand and the orb goes off behind them, it seems that the light, that energy that they had, is being constricted the moment they close their fist. And the moment they do, a ring of lightning shoots out from them and makes contact with all of you, bolting and jumping between each of you before finally landing back inside of the orb.
Ouchie.
And the moment they bring their hand back down, you see that they, rather than being almost completely weaponless, their hand comes back down, covered in a long black shadow that resembles some kind of weapon. I think I'll need to take you all a bit more seriously now. But go on, let me see you struggle a bit longer before we call an end to this madness. Mika, it's your go.
Oh boy. I'd like to weaponize the furniture. I'd like to cast animate objects. And I'd like to do these 2 chairs and what is that? A couch? I'm going to assume that's like 1 large creature and 2 mediums.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, so that is 3 new creatures. I can also do, what is it? Up to 10, so that's large 4, medium counts as 2, so I can do 2 more. And I guess 2 little books just pop up and rise behind me.
Okay.
And the books can flutter about, flapping the pages like wings, and the furniture themselves, they seem to become more animal-like with their legs and such, and begin to gain their own movement. And with my bonus action, I am going to send them at the shadowy figure. I don't know what their movements are. It doesn't say their movements. Do they have movement? They should. But it just doesn't say how fast they can move. Either way, I'm gonna send them with my bonus action towards everybody and surrounding the shadowy figure. And I think only the books can do it because they're considered like floating and flying.
All right,
Let's
so
see if
you
I can-
you're sending all of them over though?
Yeah. Kind of, the books will be over here and here. And then the 2 chairs, just about here, and the sofa. Just so I don't block everyone's avenue of escape, like over here. Does that make sense?
Yep, I'll use those squares for reference. They're not throw all of the scope around. They're attached to the map for now.
Yep. Okay, so... I'm assuming none of the books hit, and I'm very upset about that.
Unfortunately not. The books did not hit.
Okay. Either way, the other... Yep, the rest of the furniture will just stand there until something happens. And just secure their action for if something. No, there's nothing there. They're just gonna stand there. I can't do anything else with them. Sad. And that is my turn.
Alrighty. With that, Zaylee, it is your turn.
Real quick before that point,
Yes.
Anthem, may I roll that concentration check I was typing about?
Oh, yep. I'll go ahead and take that from you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's advantage. Okay.
All right. Luckily enough, that advantage seems to have saved you for a bit. All right. So your holy aura is still in effect. Zaylee, let's see your turn.
Okay, first thing, I'm actually going to use my bonus action first to cast Spirit Shroud on myself. So spirits of the dead start floating and spinning around me, and that is something I'm going to be concentrating on. And now for my standard action, I'm going to try and hit him. I want to hit him.
All right. Let's see what you had.
That's a 28.
28's enough to hit him. Make contact.
I am going to expend one of my bardic inspirations to make this attack have my psychic blade damage.
Okay. Go for that.
As well as the damage from Spirit Shroud. Do I need to separate my damage types?
What type of damage were you doing?
Slashing, psychic, and necrotic.
For these types, you do not need to do that.
All right. Boo, ones. So that is a total of 20 damage then. And my Thirsting Blade allows me to make a second attack.
All right. I've recorded that damage. Go ahead with that second attack.
A 22.
22 is just enough to hit.
Okay, and then, oh wow, that is a 22 damage.
Nice.
Now we're actually getting somewhere.
If that's what you want to continue thinking, by all means, you're getting somewhere.
That's the end of my turn. Ow. Ow.
Kawa.
All right, Omen, let's see what you have.
got this.
The thing is, if this is what I think it is, I'd be out of here.
Well, you do what you think you have to.
I think Omen just stands there and watches things go down, honestly.
Okay, so if that is what Omen does, uh, I'll give you a couple more seconds if you do want to decide to do something. But if you feel like Omen would just kind of sit back and watch all of this kind of culmination of magic happen around them, then that's what'll happen.
Stand there shell shocked.
That is in character, actually.
Okay, you watch as the spells go flying, and this person stands there almost unfazed. And with that time is going to pass, and we are going to move over to Vern's turn.
I forgot to mention that level 12, Werner does get his third weapon as well. So,
You talking about your third transformation?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought you had a third transformation already.
Yeah, I forgot about it. They used to level 8. I didn't think about level 12. So, Werner's gonna manifest similar to the alien from Aliens vs Predator. His eyes are gonna be covered, but you can still see. His jaw is gonna manifest just a live-filled maw. He's just gonna a fucking feral animal. I love it. And so I'm gonna do the thing that barbarians do best and just fucking take out his big bony right claw, jab himself in the heart, and invoke his blood hunter. I roll d4.
Ooh.
I take 4 damage, and see that from the fire forms around his claw or around his body. He invokes his tribal passage. He sets himself on fire. You can feel pain. I'll make you feel pain! 3 attacks. 2 swipes of the claw, 1 bite on the bite.
Okay, let's see them.
Reckless. Okay, use an inspiration die on my. Actually, no. 31, 31, and 27.
Okay, that is 3 consecutive hits.
I'm gonna roll my claw attacks first. I'm gonna roll my bite damage. It doesn't have the blood. Yeah, and can I make him do a Constitution save? Still a Beast Barbarian subclass.
Absolutely, I'll get right on that.
Fails on an 18.
Unfortunately, he does pass.
Fuck. Okay. Then I guess my infectious sphere doesn't go ahead. But because I bit him, we get to heal 5 the fish because of bite.
Alrighty. And I think I see a total of 47 damage.
And the disruption, I'll just go ahead and just like 2 swipes towards his chest and try to get my anger on fire in theory. I'm gonna try and bite him towards his collarbone. Well, the remnants of the collarbone. Get a snack out of him. That'd be my
Okay.
plan.
All right. And with that, Broussard, it is your turn as you watch this kind of flurry of attack happen in front of you. And despite the several blows that you can hear the sickening contact of, you can't shake the feeling that this whatever it is smirking, almost taunting underneath that visage of darkness.
That last attack left me reeling a little bit, so Broussard is going to take his staff, slam it down on the ground, and when he does, a poof of leaves flies into the air, and as they fall on my friends that are within 30 feet, I cast Mass Cure Wounds to heal them. Jesus. For 10.
Okay, go for it. Everyone, go ahead and heal for 10 as that magic emanates the room, and you feel just a bit of it, Broussard. You almost feel it get siphoned away from that source in which you had added to it.
All right. It would only affect Vern, Obsidian, and Zaylee. And as a bonus action, I am going to I'm gonna look over at Zaylee. Is that right? Am I saying your name right?
Yes.
I'm gonna look over at her and cast Healing Word.
Oh, thank you.
It's not much, but here you go. I quit.
It's okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, with that, Obsidian, it is your turn.
Oh. Okay, so I think what I am going to do is take that same sort of energy that Broussard was trying to channel and adapt it into my own sort of magics as well as we carry the love along and spread it out even further, as I'm also going to cast Mass Cure Wounds, but this has a range of 60 feet. Oh wait, no. Okay, I see what you mean. 30 feet. Brain fart. Spell reading. So I'm going to have it go off as I yeet it across the room, right on top of Omen. And everybody within 30 feet of Omen will get a little bit of extra healing.
All right, go ahead and roll for that healing.
They're fives.
All right, everyone heals for 20 points. This another kind of another light of radiant energy kind of pulls from the room, separating itself from the chaotic torrent of magical energy coming from each of the crystals, and you feel a bit more vitality come back to you.
And as he kind of throws that back towards Omen, Obsidian would acknowledge them and say, for the love of goodness gracious, please help.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
As you call out for help, he's actually going to use one of his actions, and just as you kind of turn your attention to direct the spell, he's going to try and strike out at you with that blade in his hand.
Alrighty, my AC is an 18. Oh, wait, no, 19. 19. I was brain farting for a sec there.
Okay, so he does manage to hit you, and
Can I use my action to do Blood Curse of the Eyeless?
absolutely.
Has to. He has to roll. I has to roll a d4. Subtract it from his attack roll.
Okay, go ahead and roll that d4.
Tilt.
Yeah, unfortunately, even with that margin of error, he does make contact.
Fuck!
And with that, that's the moment you turned your attention, Obsidian, they lift their blade almost casually, simply rush it through. You feel the contact of not only the blade, but this wrenching energy as the blade seems to almost catch fire inside of you, and you take uh, you take 15 piercing damage and 21 fire damage.
Whew. That definitely pierces him, and he is wincing in quite a bit of pain.
Oh dear.
But he's still up.
And now it's actually his turn. It seems you all are struggling just a bit too much for my liking. So I think I'll go ahead and expend myself a bit more. And Broussard and Zaylee, I need to know what your ACs are.
Give me 1 second. Is he making an attack?
Yes.
I would like to use my reaction for Zaylee in that case. I have a feature that specifies when a creature with other than me within 5 feet gets attacked, I can impose disadvantage on the roll to the creature by interposing my arm, shield, or any other part. So, yeah.
Okay. That's a disadvantage
It's a-
for Zaylee.
16.
And what was your AC, Zaylee? I'm sorry?
17.
Okay, so with your interception obsidian, you were able to force the attack on Zaylee to miss. Unfortunately for you, Broussard,
Let me hear it. Let's go.
you take 15 piercing damage. And 23 lightning damage. You get a completely different sensation, your body jerking with the energy that's now flowing through it.
That hurt a little bit.
In that instant, as he finishes swinging, he looking almost as if he's enjoying the tussle, the sudden influx of combat and chaos. The ground beneath all of your feet start to rumble, shaking violently as if the entire castle would fall into the sea below. And he gives you an exasperated sigh. Just when things were getting interesting. That's fine. I was getting tired of this anyway. Do know that when I do get my hands on you all, it will be for more than a few seconds. Till then, try your best to stay alive. With that, you watch as each of you suddenly take on that dark visage he has. Your bodies soon going ethereal and then completely disappearing.
Oh, I just noticed we're being eaten into the void.
If you were talking, we couldn't hear you.
Mama, it's dark.
Okay, see.
And then we died.
Good campaign, guys.
He calls out that it won't be long before he sees you all again. But until then, do try and stay alive. And he gives a small wave to you, Omen, before you are thrown into the void as well.
Do I have time to say something?
Sure.
I don't have anything prepared. I don't want to see you again, but I know you'll still come.
And he gives you a small wave as you go into the void with those final words. In that instant, the world stops shaking. At the very least, it's a slow spin-off to its shaking. Those vibrations nearly throwing each of you from your beds. Your bodies, they ache slowly as if your mind almost forced the pain onto them. But under close examination, the sleep now leaving your minds, you're able to see that you're okay. For what had to have been those, well, the strangest of dreams for some of you, and a common familiarity to the others.
Why do my bones hurt?
I think Mika gets up, disheveled, looking like a mess, just looks around the room and just sighs deeply before just getting ready silently and just ignoring everything that just transpired for the most part.
Omen is about the same. I think that's about par for the course as far as sleeping goes for them.
Obsidian, I'd imagine, woke up with a start. That was probably a first for him, and he's trying to figure out how he should feel about it before eventually just forcing himself to calm down and then leave the room.
Zaylee, she wakes up as though she experiences this fairly often and just kind of like shoves her hair out of her face and looks over at her umbrella, just squinting at it, almost in anger, before getting up and starting her morning.
All right. With that, you all begin to start your morning, doing what you can before exiting your rooms.
I'd like to grab my stuff, take out my cards, and go out into the common area and set up. See if anybody is interested.
All right. As you all start to make your way out into the hallways, you do see, well, some familiar faces, though you expected, at least from the empty bar floor below, you expected there to be more people here. I guess it is early in a tavern place like this, but Shell Pond was full of people when you all arrived yesterday.
You said Shale Pond?
Yes.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
Okay, so I know we discussed this a little bit on our own. I'm going to assume that Zaylee, Vern, and Omen all came here together.
Yes. So while
Yeah,
some
that's
of
what we
your
discussed.
trips took you together a little bit further, you all converged on the mountain path heading down into Shell Pond, which is the shortcut versus taking the long way around the God Steps to get to this town.
Okay.
Mika, you on the other hand remember arriving with your, well, not necessarily your platoon, but arriving in earnest next to a few other of your not as well attending members of your order in order to try and keep some of the peace as adventurers and mercenaries alike flooded the area in anticipation for what was supposed to be a good payout for them. But you don't see anyone of your order or anyone at all in this establishment.
Did they go off milling about again? I give a small wave to Zaylee and just motion down the stairs and just start heading down, yawning and just scratching my head.
Zaylee gives a warm wave back, just kind of wiggling her fingers. Well, good morning, everyone. She kind of gives a little stretch coming down the stairs.
Is she doing like the I murdered my husband walk down the stairway to the detective
Yes.
who's at the door?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
I give a small bow to Zelia as she goes down. Good morning.
Oh, good morning to you too. I hope you all slept well. I know I did.
I slept better than most nights, actually.
That's good to hear.
Barkeep, with how many people were here last night, I'd have thought it'd be more busy this morning. I hope you still have food?
Well, I still have plenty. I made a bunch just in case some people wanted to have breakfast before leaving out, but you all seem to be the last in. The governor of this place decided to go ahead and announce that they'd be having a meet in the middle of town to give whatever speech he had to give, but it's attracted enough business to last me for the month, so what can I get you?
Just whatever sort of breakfast special you might have.
Well, that'll be 4 copper pieces, and I'll grab you a drink with it as well.
Much obliged. And Obsidian would quite happily pay that, sitting himself down at the bar to kind of roll out his shoulders.
Speaking of mornings and such, have you seen anyone looking around? Oh, and then I look down and I just realized that I don't have my uniform. I just pretty much just put on whatever I had at the moment. Hold on. I take out the small pin of the order. Have you seen anyone running about with these pin to lapels? Usually clean shaven, very nice hair. Smell like flowers. Really, really have shitty attitudes.
Ah, that be the part that strikes my memory. A few young chaps, I assume some rich merchants' kids or nobles of the sort that had that very pen, the bit of a different uniform. They left with the crowds to go and see if there were any coin to be made with what the mayor had to say, but whatever he had to say seems to probably going to be in silence, because we haven't had any shakes since, a bit last night. A blessing, if you ask me. It knocks all my cups off the wall and nearly breaks them all.
I briefly wonder why I wasn't woken up by such a thing. But, thank you. I'll be sure to tell them my feelings on the matter, since they didn't wake me. Either way, thank you very much. I'll have what, this fellow's having as well.
Zaylee walks up to the bar and she kind of like leans over on top of it and looks over at the keep. You wouldn't happen to know about when this meeting will be taking place, do you?
The barkeep collects the coin from Obsidian and Mika, and they look over towards you and they go, "Oh, if I'm not mistaken, it's going on right now. They called, and I don't know if the mayor's taken the stage yet, but they said that would be when he'd let everyone know how to contact and what to do if they did find any news, but that's all I would know."
I'm late, I see. And she stands back up.
Can I get that to go?
Same, actually.
Rather than going with the normal like soup and stew, they try and prep you like a few they try and prep it like a few rations with a kind of like a bowl on bowl, and they hand you that as almost like a little to go bowl.
I'll return these should the afternoon come. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Then,
Much
darling,
obliged.
Yes, Miss Rose.
we're heading out to town. It seems the meeting is already happening.
Nothing else that's on the agenda, no?
Mm.
Then I shall follow you instead.
I'm late for a very important date.
Now, I have another question.
Yes. Everyone can go ahead and stop right there.
Aside from the fact that we all just happen to be in this tavern and we all just happen to have, this collective nightmare, I have never seen Broussard or Obsidian before.
Not that I'm aware of.
We just happen to all wake up and happen to be here.
Dude,
No
do
one
you
else
remember
has
the nightmare?
no one has had any issues with that so far. Yes, it is. Think of it as a quickly fading nightmare. The details get more and more stretched the longer that you're awake.
Okay. As Ailey is walking by, she kind of eyes Broussard but keeps moving.
Broussard kind of gives her a look up and down and winks and goes back to shuffling his cards. He's gonna wait for the door to shut the last time. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I guess. And then he is going to cast Pass Without a Trace on himself and follow.
It's a knife crack! Ah!
Get down, Mr. President!
Mika was in the middle of putting on the jacket and then just starts stumbling all over the place because there literally no hands to leverage themselves.
Obsidian is kind of like bracing himself on the door frame and the door handle.
Omen just lays down face first and make a snowman.
Zaylee just grabs onto Vern's arm.
I'll go ahead and do the best dirty man impression I can. So hopefully stand up straight.
Broussard kind of grasps the table as hard as he can and without thinking shouts, "The Omen! It's here!"
Not the omen!
What?
Oh, can cut that out.
Cut what out?
The obsidian stones are shaking. Oh my god, are we fighting against the planet? Wait.
A Titan's gonna come and bash down that door.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
And we Jäger.
Smells like a black eye.
Indeed.
Ew.
Screaming.
Screaming.
Oh, please calm down.
I just imagine it's more of like a.
Order first, Mika comes out and then just starts issuing commands to just like and knocking like on all the doors, trying to see if there's anyone still in there and trying to see if the innkeeper or tavern keeper is still alive after that.
If you focus on the other homes, I can check on the tavern keeper and carry him out.
I will do just that.
Got it.
I'm gonna
And-
focus on
Go on.
Davy's safety. So focusing on her troop, if anything, nearby.
Zaylee seems a bit at loss of what to do. She's just watching everything happen.
Omen does slowly and seemingly regrettably get up, realizing that the tremors aren't stopping.
Is the snow angel doing good for you, Omen?
Anyone who's on the floor, Mika's gonna go try to pull them. I just get up, soldier. We are leaving.
Go out of the middle of the grounds. No buildings.
As we're leaving the building, after I'm assuming I could find the tavern keep and pick him up like a fucking ragdoll, I would like to cast Bless on all of us as we're starting to book it.
Okay, yes, you do find the tavern keep, who they went to go brace their little winery where they had like their beer, the kegs, everything, until they realize that it is much worse of a shake than they've gotten used to, and immediately try and duck to take cover. But now, this smallish person is now in your giant arms.
Yep, and I am just running to catch up with everybody else and then cast Bless on us.
Okay, with that, I'll go in the order that I can see the names lined up. I know what Obsidian is doing. Vern, what are you doing?
I would have probably taken the closest people near me, to Zaylee, then hopefully anyone else. Stand in the middle of the not underneath a building. I know that from maybe his experience from where he lives, he want to stay in open fields, like an open ground, not get collapsed upon.
All right. So you're trying to kind of keep them away from the buildings as you move out towards the middle of the street, and you can see down many of the alleyways leading towards what was the center of town. These chasms seem like they're getting bigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna start running towards the end of the town, away from the chasms.
All right,
Can I
Mika,
carry
what are
Zaylee
you
in all
doing?
this or not?
I heard my name. What?
Could I be able to carry Zaylee in all this? I have 20 strength.
As long as they don't struggle too much, it shouldn't be outside of your ability to carry them.
Nope. No struggle.
Running.
All right, Miko, what are you doing in all of this?
I am trying to get the people that are farthest away from the thing. Like if I see any like residential homes or anything like that nearby, get them out as fast as I can.
Okay, so you go about kind of like banging on the doors of the nearby houses and shop that were all surrounding the inn. And you, just as you're kind of banging and trying to get their attention, you do see coming down a kind of pulling out of between one of the two shops that you were next to. You see a, looks like a younger man. Looks like a younger man. He is actually sitting on top of a cart as he is pulling it out with his horses. It seems he has no intention of sticking around here either.
I just see him.
He's the only one that you've seen so far. The shop doors from the initial shaking seem to have buckled and come loose from their frames, but it seems a lot of people weren't in the outskirts of town. They may have gone towards the center where the mayor was supposed to give his speech.
Oh dear. I'm gonna go run up to him and just help him get everything set up. It's just like, we gotta go. You don't know me. I don't know you. I'm from the order. I flashed the badge, and then we gotta go.
Yeah, see, this he looks over at you just as you kind of like flash your badge and then look over. He looks over in the direction down the road where the center of town used to be, and his eyes go wide as he thinks he's just getting away from a very bad shake. And he goes, yeah, we need to go. And he pulls his cart further out, and the two horses are pulling a fairly large cart along that you can see as you kind of make your way into the back of the cart is basically full of just the bare minimum he was able to get out of his shop.
I will give him a bardic inspiration just to fucking use that animal handling check of his on this level 0 person. I'll give him a pat on the back and just reassure him, just like, everything will be okay. Let's just keep going, okay?
You don't have to tell me twice. And he kind of gives a small whip as the horses. He basically tries to call out to them and get them under control. And let's see. Yeah, actually, he rolls a nat 20. The horses listen immediately. With that, Obsidian, you have the barkeep in your arms, and you're making your way outside with the rest of everyone else.
Yes, I am.
All right, Zaylee, you are in Vern's arms, just kind of making your way into the middle of the road where they were.
I would also like to take this time to cast Detect Magic. Just to see if I can detect any sort of magic, like anything that might be triggering any of these tremors, or if there's any funny business going on.
Okay, where
It's
are you?
30 feet around me.
Okay, let's see. With a detect magic, Because detect magic, it just tells you the school of magic, correct? And whether there is or isn't magic.
It gives it to you in like an aura sight type form, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, lo and behold, the moment you activate this magic and your eyes start to perceive that wavelength of magic, you see that not just the ground, but the entire area is being chaotically torn as you see the magical waves start and stop as they seemingly rip apart along with the area, as if magic itself it can't withstand whatever is tearing this place apart.
Oh dear. This entire place is magically unstable.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Very bad.
Oh boy.
All right, Omen, what are you doing?
I think the smart thing to do would be doing what I can to get out of here. So. onto incorporeal wings for 1 minute or until you end as a bonus action. You have a flying speed of 30 feet, and once per turn, when attack level up.
Mainly, I just want to fly out of here as far as I can.
Okay,
With
so
my friends in sight still, but yeah, so flying now.
okay, so you immediately go into your fight or flight response. You pop your wings and kind of immediately just grasp onto that survival instinct that's done you well so far, and you just go and try and make your way.
Yes.
All right. With that, it isn't long before uh with that it isn't long before Mika, you kind of sitting next to this young man as he's moving his cart along. He's completely boated away from where the fractures seem to be, and he is making his way down the road. You can see that you're coming up onto you're coming up onto that semi-familiar group that you were in the tavern with, but this man is going full speed.
So I know we're in a bit of a rush, but could you be in a little less of a rush, but still in a rush? We need to go pick my friends up.
What? What? Where am I stopping?
Just slow down, just a little bit. Just keep going, but slow down.
And you watch as he gives a double wrap of the reins around his fist and kind of yanks back, kind of get the horses back underneath his control. He was ready to just let them run. And Obsidian, Broussard. I get the Broussard. Did I know what Broussard was doing? Broussard, I'm so sorry. You mixed in with the purple of chat. What are you doing?
Hello. Hold on, I'm having a problem with my chat talk thingy. All right, that's better. I would have stepped out of the building and looked around and saw the fractures getting closer. And looking around at everybody panicking and trying their best, I would have cast conjure animals. And I would have conjured 8 riding horses and hopped on one of them and shouted to the rest of the group, "We need to get out of here, and if y'all want to get out quick, let's go." And I'm taking off, and if they decide to get on, they can command the horses too.
Okay.
Omen takes a horse. Omen flies onto a horse.
Just lands onto a horse. This is magical winged Valkyrie on a horse. Okay, cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I like that imagery in my head. Just a winged Asmar on a horse. What's everyone else doing? Because you've got moments.
Soros got the cart or the horse? Which one do you like?
The cart?
Okay, I want it next to the cart.
All right, you get very unceremoniously tossed into the back of the cart as Vern leaps up onto the back. The horses, almost startled by the shaking and then the sudden jolt from the cart, continue to run, now with almost a stampede of horses going along with them. Obsidian, what are you doing?
Okay. Could I throw the guy I was carrying onto the cart and then jump onto a horse?
Okay, the cart makes its way by, slowing down just enough for you to be able to get the barkeep onto it. And as the horses all start to make their way in a general direction, following the main horse that Broussard is on, you're able to wrangle one of them and get onto it. With that, I have one last question for the entire group. You are exactly halfway between 2 different points in town. One is the cavern path that you all came in to get into town. It is the shortcut back onto the main route to get up to the onto the main road that leads you to the next town over. or you can take the scenic route, which leads you back onto the main highway fare for the entire God Step. This takes you maybe a day and a half outside of the way.
You said it was a cavern?
Yes, it's a cavern that literally cuts right through the hillside, going uphill, back onto the main highway leading to the next town.
My vote is not for that one.
Lad,
Yeah,
lad,
no.
go back.
Bad idea.
Scenic route sounds good.
Not falling apart way.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Secret tunnel.
Is a death trap.
So death to us part indeed, baby.
Go out, please.
Look at your horse. Now back at me. Look at your horse again. Sadly, that horse is not me.
I'm gonna have doing a shout out. To the left, please. Back to familiar gods, please.
All right. The horses start moving the cart swiftly behind as you all continue rushing. The tremors getting quieter and quieter. The feeling, that shaking that nearly knocked you out of your entire body, still sticks with you even hours after travel. The horses run at full speed until they're no longer spooked, before slowing their pace, and you all can start to get a better handle of what the situation actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, go. Yeah.
I live for Cowboy Druid.
I know, right?
Fast traveling.
We opened up the pause menu.
Get like 5 Tezos for a quick second.
No, it's simply a big representation of where you are. You've simply gone and escaped the, well, the catastrophe that was, well, what used to be Shelburne. It's about a 3 days travel up to the next city of Alder. The man pulling the cart, the man guiding the cart, he finally lets off a sigh of release, working his hands free of the reins that had pulled so tightly that his hands a slight bluish purple after everything. He looks back towards you all, everyone inside of the cart that he was pulling alone. We all that really made it?
Perhaps somebody will come back later. For now, we are the sole survivors. Until later, then we'll know.
Vern has been looking back towards the end of the pack and like looking back to see when it actually was following them, or like any other stragglers were coming along.
Either way, there's no use counting the dead now because we don't know how many there are. We should just get to the next town over.
Agreed.
I suppose.
We do need to make a formal report.
The horses only last for an hour.
Well,
I guess we're all in the cart now then.
Woman flops in off their horse.
Verna would have been riding to prove up. God, fuck my butt.
Ow. I would have warned you.
I see.
anyway, would you
Never
like to take a Should we take a small rest here, see if there's anyone else comes back in the next hour or two?
I'm intrigued on that, yeah. I would like to know.
What?
I'd like to know if anyone else would survive. Any stragglers behind us.
I don't see harm in waiting and seeing.
In the chaos of the moment, Miss, you had mentioned that you were able to see that the Earth itself was disrupted, yeah?
Oh, yes. I had a minor moment of brilliance and happened to notice the entire ground was just full of unstable magic.
Then, by chance, would it be an inconvenience at all to ask you to keep that same sort of an eye out in the event of, while we're waiting, if anything happens?
I suppose I could do it again.
At the very least, to just make sure that the, trembles and tremors aren't chasing us, per se.
Ah, my personal safety. Yes, now you've piqued my interest. And she will cast Detect Magic again. It'll last for 10 minutes. I hate to break it to you, though. I can only see so far.
If we're going to be taking a break, maybe you could climb on top of the cart then?
Magic doesn't work that way.
What's the landscape look like where we're at now?
So you've ridden for a few hours and you're now on the main highway that leads all throughout the God Steps. It's a fairly hillish area, though you can see these large cresting cliffs that kind of break, forming the highway that you all are traveling on now. And this breaks off into more flatlands as the earth kind of gets greener and regains a bit of its life, almost a magical life.
While we're resting, I'm going to leave a druidic message in the ground, warning other people to not go that way. Only other druids can see it, though.
Gotcha. You go ahead and take a step away and
I walk over to like a patch of grass, and the ground starts to glow a bit green, and this strange circle of like purple mushrooms grow out of the ground.
all right, and it leaves a mark. While almost unseeming to anything else, it leaves a good impression on any druids that would walk through. This area is no longer safe.
Well, if we're going to be waiting around here for a few moments, I might as well introduce myself, considering I've never met some of you. My name is Zaylee. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
I was going to say, a few faces here are a little bit more familiar, but it's nice to meet you, Zaylee. I'm Obsidian. I wish we could have met under better circumstances, albeit. He says, kind of like reaching out a very large hand towards you.
She just puts her dainty little hand in yours.
And he will shake.
Obsidian, the one I met. Do you up north somewhere?
Yes, yeah.
You're that Obsidian?
Yes!
Tackle hug.
He gives kind of a bro hug back.
Obsidian, friend! Been such a long time.
It has been quite a while, hasn't it? I've been glad to see that you're well.
Working on a new job under my new, co-worker. Daily as before. For those who don't know me, I'm Werner. Pleasure to meet you. I'm working on the Reverie. We must talk again, Obsidian. Sometimes tell me of your adventures. Sometime later.
Perhaps when we have moments to breathe.
Neither the Shiv the Gold, the hero, Mikhail, or just Mika is fine. I'm gonna. Oh dear. Mika just kind of slumps in the cart because the adrenaline is just cutting off, and it just like went from knight to just civilian in like 3.5 seconds.
Day's already proven to be quite exhausting,
Omen, are you okay?
Yes.
I'm sorry to.
Kind of standing there and watching everybody, not really expecting to be addressed at all.
Sorry to have this first experience where we picked you up on the road to Shadowbound. I was hoping something much more of a friendlier introduction to a town life.
I've had worse introductions, actually.
Really?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's understandable. Should I go gather some food then to cook up on?
What about Mr. Mushroom Man or horse? Mushroom horse? Horse mushroom.
What?
Mushroom
Oh, are y'all speaking about me?
Ah, yes.
Sorry.
The sports steed.
The sports, that kind of like that, yeah. My name is Broussard, but you can all call me Bruce, since we're obviously all friends now, since we survived that hellish encounter.
I would think so, yes. The greatest friendships are born on the battlefield.
If I hadn't thought of you as a friend the last time that we had associated, I certainly do now.
May I ask everyone's pronouns, just to make sure? This is new to me. People I haven't met before. He started as a bit like, how do you say that name? Mikal.
Mika is fine. Penny is fine. Literally anything. It does not matter.
Okay, anything.
Same here.
Well, I mainly prefer he, him.
Done. So, out right here, not much people coming by. I'm gonna go gather food for the rest of us. Francis?
I'll go with you. It's kind of my thing.
Good, the fellow hunter.
I'll take care of the civilians then.
Miss Rose, do you want pudding again for the afternoon snack?
I don't really feel like it right now. Thank you, though.
No problem. Alright. Broussard. God.
You can call me Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah, that's better. But let's go get the food for everyone.
I know exactly where to go. Come on.
Okay.
My background actually allows for me to be able to find fresh water and food for up to 5 people every day, as long as the land has berries, small game, and water.
Cool. I also have that background feature.
Oh my god.
Out loud.
Long lost brothers.
So does that mean you don't need the roll? That's like 10
Oh.
people. We got like what? 8, including the civilians?
Yep.
I think Omen would have checked for any serious injuries during that time, but I would assume the worst we have is bruising right now.
And PTSD.
Oh, Omen.
They can't
had
forget the
that
trauma.
whole time.
No.
Developing
And Survivor's Guild.
PTSD.
And Survivor's Guild.
The Survivors Guild gotta be crazy.
Speaking of Survivor's Guild, Mika, would you like any help with checking up on people?
Oh, yes. That'd be nice to have just an extra set of warm helping hands to deal with the aftermath of such a terrible. Yes. Short answer,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yes, absolutely. Let me join you.
What game would I have forgotten?
Let's see. I have a handy table for finding out game. You gotta excuse probably the bit of like purring that you hear in the background. My cat has decided they have a new home next to my
Mini
mic.
boss.
Top content.
Yeah.
He is the DM now.
Yep.
He
Roll a
rolls
switch.
dice.
Didn't expect to meet the fellow hunter down
Alright.
here, Brusada.
While you both were out, you were able to catch a fairly good sized buck.
Damn.
Ooh.
Broussard would be kind of strange about it when we capture it. He would insist on the kill being quick and clean, and after we catch it, I would like perform this weird little ritual around it, speaking in Druidic, basically thanking the earth for it and stuff like that.
Then I wouldn't mind it. He would tell you that he's from a hunter tribe. He would respect the kills he gets. So he'd also respect the fact that you are a druid. So do what you need to do.
I'll let you carry that back.
Do a fucking fireman's carrying that chick. 20 strength, let's go.
While everybody's like doing their own thing, Zaylee just kind of like lingers over Mika and Obsidian while they're helping the civilians. Just kind of idly chatting to them while they're doing their thing. I don't suppose you would like to share what had you in this part of the world, would you?
I look at Obsidian and then I point to myself and then I point to Obsidian.
Either of you.
Obsidian's also kind of doing that same gesture, but with his eyes looking between Mika and Zaylee. Um,
No, you.
no, by all means.
You're larger, so therefore you're first.
You clearly had.
My God.
You clearly had some sort of a relevancy, a status, if you will. I feel that's more worthy of talking about.
It means nothing here.
Oh,
Stop flirting and flip a coin.
Zaylee just kind of purses her lips while you guys are like bickering.
Fine. I was here with several other people from my order to keep the peace. That job is over now.
Oh, you did wonderfully.
Yes, absolutely. Anyway, Obsidian, it's your turn.
I've been following my own quest for the past few months, and it's led me down this way. Yeah.
Interesting, I see. How unfortunate that we all were met with the same fate.
talking about in game and real life too.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Holy.
Well, I just got audio back at the perfect moment. Holy shit, who was crunching?
That was the crunchiest crunch in the West.
Right as Hugh says she can hear.
Man, that was real loud. Who did that?
Oh, can't believe it. Who did that?
Oh, me, I don't know who the fuck did that. I don't know asshole.
That's a mystery right there.
Can't figure out no more. Can't know.
Whoever did that is a fucking asshole.
That pulled out the bejesus out of me. Jeez.
Oh boy.
Since we have a moment, I'm gonna grab a bag of chips real quick.
One cowboy turns into
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what got that choice in your head.
Oh yeah, because one person crunching isn't enough.
Y'all like
We need
that ASMR?
almost. That was actually real good.
That was a really nice crunching.
Really good. Right up in there.
Shock the daylights out of me.
Is everyone alive?
I live.
No, I'm dead.
Me too. At least inside.
It's my character secret. He's actually dead.
Detect undead.
Y'all.
Fucking poggers, bro.
I'm actually.
I know we had
haunting,
some people that
Sharpie.
stepped away because technical issues. Is everyone back? Are we back? Wait, we're doing D&D ASMR? Yeah.
I believe.
Trippy just went to go get chips, but that's about it.
Yes.
D&D ASMR. Roll for initiative.
Dice rolling ASMR.
You just rolled a nat 20. Roll damage.
Dice rolling noises into the mic.
Totally didn't do
Everyone-
that for the ASMR purposes.
Everyone thinks that D&D ASMR is voices. No, it's actually just the small sound of dice rolling. Just in
And
general.
and pens like on paper and stuff like that.
Well, I'm rebranding my channel to just straight dice rolling.
Dice rolling ASMR.
Tell me you could resist that.
I love the sound of dice, especially on like a wooden table. Shit's great.
Yep, that's actually the stuff that heals your soul.
I have not rolled actual dice in forever though.
Unless it's the DM rolling, then it's destroying your soul.
Actually, I will take this moment to step away, and I will be back.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Sharpie, what the fuck?
That would have crashed my computer if that actually rolled.
I was testing the limits. Found the limit.
Jesus.
Sharpie rounded.
3D rolling dice said no.
I come back and Sharpie's trying to kill all of our internet.
Yeah, Anthem did briefly step away. We're trading people around, but it shouldn't be long before we're back in the game.
Nice.
Back briefing trading card, trading dice. Fun. Speaking of Roll20, make your Roll20 account. Roll20.net.
And we're not sponsored.
Yet.
Remember to buy your adventure set and your Minds of Fantasy adventure set.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Are we
Welcome
ready
back.
to go?
I think we're all alive and well.
All right, so if we are all back, we can continue. I don't even remember the last thing we were doing.
Everyone got food. We were talking, and we were gonna go talk to the NPCs and see if they're handling the Survivors Guild well.
Also, do they don't want food?
Also, yes, we're gonna eat, and after we eat, we're probably gonna head out because we're only gonna stay for like an hour and see if there's any survivors, and then we're probably just gonna head to the next town and tell everyone.
I was gonna say the last thing that I remembered was Zaylee just being like, well, it's rather unfortunate that we all happen to be here at this exact time.
What?
It's like one of those horoscope people who are like trying to flirt with you.
What? Huh? What?
All right,
Crazy.
so Vern and Broussard are making their way back to camp with the food in order to pick it up. There's a conversation going on, and you all were also including the two civilians you had with you.
Yes, we wanted to check up on how they were doing.
Okay. Well, um, the barkeep that you saved has not left the cart, and the young man who was driving the cart, he's up. He's just trying to like console and like make sure his horses are calmed down enough to start traveling again.
I think the tavern keeper needs a little bit more help.
Yeah, he seems the most, taken aback by things. Would
That's
you
good.
like to take the lead?
Oh, sure, yes, absolutely.
But
So
I'll back you up then.
I just kind of slip it through the back of the cart after giving like a knock on the side of it and just like climbing in, going to check on the tavern keeper.
All right. When you step in, they are they seem in a silent, distressed state as they have their hands in their or they have their head in their hands and they're just kind of sitting on the side on one of the crates that was in the back of the cart when you started traveling.
Knock knock.
Yes. Did you need something from me?
Oh no, I'm just checking up on you. Do you need anything, sir?
No, no. It's just a lot.
This is, without a doubt, a tragedy to have occurred. Is there anything that we can do for you?
No, I have family in the next city. I was just gonna go catch up with them.
Oh dear. I will go and just like put her like a reassuring hand pat on the back, just like close by. It'll be fine, don't worry.
That's rough, buddy.
Money and valuables are temporary. Life lasts much longer. You can sell your wares, you cannot sell your life for anything. Thank whatever deity you believe in for this day.
I should just be happy to be alive. Thank you. I probably
Take
couldn't have gotten out without you all.
happiness. Take happiness in the fact that you will be able to find your way back to your family. We'll do what we can to help you.
If you have anything back where you were before, I'm pretty sure the Order will be heading over there to find the missing. So if you have any descriptions, any particulars that you may need, just let me know and I'll send the word over.
Thank you for that.
Okay, we're
I'm just
back.
I'm just gonna like look at Obsidian, just like time to go and just like hop out.
Yeah, he'd give a nod of his head and kind of like offer a hand to help you out.
All right. I'll say that while while both of those conversations were going on, Vern and Broussard, you all will be making your way back into camp, um, where you can start making a fire, or I don't know if you're gonna settle in here or just prepare it to travel with, because you said you were gonna stay for about an hour or so.
I can, do you want to stay longer, everyone, or do you want to on the go?
I guess it's up to everyone.
The whole time that we've been staying here, for the last 10 minutes at least, I had detect magic going. Did I happen to notice anything weird?
You did not actually. Your detect magic has been you've kind of just had it facing off just towards the horizon on the general path, both forward and back, and you haven't noticed any like huge fluctuations, nothing at all that was able to peak it in the distance you were able to observe.
Okay.
I might as well get started trying the cooking the food then. Venison, yeah. Okay. Oh,
I gathered some I can't even talk after today. I gathered some things for some tea. That should be good.
do you have apricots? Potatoes, by chance?
Hold on, let me rummage through my bag real quick. I got a guava.
I guess that'll do. I guess that'll do. I'm gonna use that para meals. Is that okay?
Sure thing.
Go ahead and start. It takes an hour for me to cook because that's how my feet works. But throughout that hour, I'm gonna cook up a meal that has a good flank of the venison and cooked and oiled on a pot. I'm gonna put some chunks of dried apricots in. I'm gonna try and ground up any potatoes I have left over my bag and cut them in half and make them dry a bit in the pot and roast them and do a fry pan. I'll season it with a bit of salt, some saffron for my bag, do enough so that every plate can have a good number of herbs. I'll make the meat juicy and nice, and especially aromatic. I got enough plates for everyone. So please, enjoy your meal.
Thank you very
kindly.
much.
I hesitate to admit as much, but I did miss your cooking, Vern.
It comes with the. I appreciate that comment, Obsidian. It's an image in general, by the way. You want to take a look at that?
I gotta say, I have this weird feeling like I've seen all y'all before.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Yes,
I can't-
slight. Go on.
I can't put my finger on it. Well, you, and I point over at Omen. I feel like I've seen you somewhere before, recently. But the rest of you, I don't know, it's like deja vu or something.
I was inclined to agree. The slight associations with at least some of us in previous times. The rest of you also feel familiar.
Well, I could say for myself, you've probably seen my face around if you pay attention to any of the local politics. I'm often accompanied on the arm.
I'm a bit of a poster child. I apologize.
No, that ain't it. Whatever it is, I'll figure it out.
Is it? Did have a weird morning, at least. I can understand your. What's the word? Association? Like, I've never met you before, Bros, but I feel like I can, to a degree, trust you. It's weird. Also, you, Mika. Yeah. You seem trustworthy to an extent. Weird. Shove an apricot in my mouth.
We should also very well, perhaps chalk up at least some of these feelings to the fact that we all just survived something rather tragic.
I am rather grateful that the earth didn't open up and I'm slowly dying over a course of days just due to the fact that my legs are broken. I'm trapped at the bottom of a cavern.
Give it time.
Obsidian's just sort of staring wide-eyed at Omen.
That was very specific.
I mean, that's the reality happening to about probably.
Look at the two civilians, and I just like do the no thing, just like you wave your hand at your neck for just like cut it out.
the the barkeep is sitting at the back of the coach, just just looking so, like distraught, like just that broken kind of distraught, and the
Dude's probably crying into his food or some shit.
No, don't. Oh, you're gonna ruin the flavor. Wait,
Little bit of extra salt never hurt nobody.
Sometimes it's good to cry it out. I'd say, looking at Omen.
Omen's eyes just kind of glazed over.
Anyway, this is one of the best meals that I've had in quite a long time. Vern, is it Vern? I'm gonna call you Vern.
anything, what? That's fine with anything. Yeah, Vern, that's fine. Vern, Vern, yeah.
While you all are speaking, the young man is able to walk over as he's like collecting a bowl with some food in it as well. And he goes, "Well, I've calmed down the horses as much as they're gonna be. So whenever you all are ready to go, we can get a move on. Probably make use of the last bit of the sunlight."
Probably
Sounds
the
good.
best.
Omen's already finished their food. They climb to the back of the cart.
I'll go ahead.
You know how like a dog is on the floor and you just kind of like slide it across the floor? I do that to Omen away from the tavern keeper. You don't hurt them or anything. You just kind of slide
Just
them.
why?
Go ahead.
I feel like Omen's a little bit too accepting of this.
They're used to this treatment.
Yes.
Miss Rose, would this be alright with your schedule? So, do you need to do anything? She didn't. Therefore, a specific task for organization, Miss Rose.
Mm-mm.
Okay, just checking. Go ahead and stop cleaning the plates.
Just a bit of a setback is all.
Understandable. Can I just sneak a pudding towards Miss Rose as well?
She takes it and hops in the cart.
How fast should we travel to the next city? Moderate pace or as fast as possible?
Well, I've got no problem as so long as I get a decent rest, but the horses are gonna need their rest too. I think it'll be probably 2.5 days if I really pushed them.
I imagine we can take it slow. The horses would like their rest, right? Talk to the horses directly. It would be great if you could get some more rest. You two okay?
I've got family all over the place. I got to settle down, you know. I'm gonna miss my shop. I've spent my whole life traveling around and
You misunderstand. I was talking to the horses.
no. Oh, don't
Poor
worry.
NPC.
It's poor NPC.
But I was talking to the horses.
Here
Yes.
he was about to like spill out his whole life story, and Vern's just entirely focused on the horses, not even listening.
For a split moment, I thought Anthem was trying to think of character voices for horses.
I don't understand horses. I'm just talking to them.
Oh.
When he starts talking to the horses, I want to cast a spell, speak with animals, just to listen to see if they respond back to him.
Okay, so Vern is kind of standing next to the young man and the horses. They're kind of like stomping around doing a bit of grazing, and they see Vern come over, and both of them like look up and give him his attention. And as you cast speak with animals, the first thing you hear is, "That's a huge person! Holy shit! Do we run? We can't run. Do we run? Why would we run? Our owner is right there. He's taking care of everything else. He got us out of the big old shake. What do you mean the big old shake? The big old shake got rid of the place we were
Take 2
looking."
steps back, Vern. Take 2 steps back.
I was about to put my hand. When I was about to put that hand down and pet them, like stroke them, like, oh, what? What's up? What happened?
You just gonna have to trust me on this one, Vern. You just gonna have to trust me.
Okay then. Takes 2 steps back.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna, I'm gonna
I
pick
have
up
my
like a
personal
handful
space
of
back.
grass, and I'm slowly gonna walk over to the horses, and I'm gonna hold out the grass to them, and I'm gonna speak to the animals. He might be big, but he's a big old softy. Now you two don't worry about him, you hear?
They both look over at each other, then look back to you, and they eat the grass.
All right, Vern. I think you can go in and pet him, but be slow.
Thank you. I guess I go ahead and awkwardly just try and pet it because I never pet a horse before.
The horses look satisfied with the grass and with the treatment now.
Okay, that's all.
I'm gonna go back to what I was doing, being all smug and whatnot, and playing with the fire.
Okay. Well, when you all start to make your way back into the cart, the NPC has no problem taking the first shift, kind of taking the reins of the horses, and the cart starts moving. With about 3 days travel, 3 days if he goes at normal pace, you all will reach the city of Aldercrest. Does anyone want to make use of any of those 3 days?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. What did you want to use that time for?
At the end of the day before a long rest, not the first day, but the second day, if we haven't had any issues or anything like that, I want to, over the course of 8 hours, cast plant growth, which basically enriches the land in a half-mile radius, where everything yields twice the normal amount of food when harvested. So if anything's within like a half a mile from here, like a farm or anything like that, they get the bounty off of it, basically.
Okay. Look at you being that traveling philanthropist.
And I have therapy sessions with the dude.
I feel like for every therapy session, Owen just says something terrible without realizing.
Oh my god.
Private therapy sessions. We go on walks just occasionally at night.
I guess I'll catch up with Obsidian. What they're doing for the past months. Then be separated.
He would be happy to, although explicitly speaking, the details he gives you are much more vague than they used to be when you first met him.
Right there. Okay.
Okay. With that time being spent, you all travel for those 3 days until you finally reach the town of Aldercrest. The town itself looks to be in fairly reasonable state. You all passed through it at some point while making your way down to Shale Pond. That as it is, though, there seems to be a much bigger there's a much bigger guard and overall militia presence inside of the city.
Excuse me while I put my head down.
Could a perception check perhaps allow us to peek in any sort of conversations we might overhear as we're driving by on the cart?
Sure. I'll take a perception check for anyone trying to listen.
Sure. Yeah.
Nope.
All right. What were those totals?
I rolled a dirty 20.
19.
I got a 10.
Okay, so Omen and Obsidian, you're both able to hear in several conversations as you're going by that a lot of the militia that have come at the behest of the Order of the First Hero as one of their major figures, apparently a knight captain, has made their way into town to deal with this specific catastrophe. And everyone right now is answering to him as he mobilizes to make the march south.
Okay. Would there be any sort of a pre-established knowledge about this order or any sort of role that could be made?
You can give me a roll. The basic knowledge that you know about them is that the order has way stations and uh, basic organizational presence all throughout the country, and their main base is actually right between where the Azure Peaks meet the Prosperous Hero Peaks. They were established a long time ago during one of the first wars, and basically act as kind of a formal acting military and law enforcement all throughout the lands. Though that's just
Okay.
officially what they do, not necessarily what they do.
I think actually I'm content with that much baseline information.
Okay.
Hearing those things, Obsidian would kind of turn towards the grouping within the cart and comment, seems people are already aware of what's happened, and a captain of sorts might be trying to mobilize and answer questions.
What sort of captain?
One of the order?
Specifics?
I'm gonna be completely honest, my brain already blanked on the name.
All you heard was a knight captain. All you heard was the knight captain of the order.
No specifics, just knight captain of of the order.
Hmm. I'll just assume that means my reports, I don't have to make one, and I'll just go see him wherever he is. Thank you very much. And we can all leave it at that.
Okay. Well, the cart is making its way through, though it seems that the young man at least has a destination in mind for where he'll be stopping. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna be searching for the knight captain. I'm just gonna be asking like the foot soldiers and stuff like that, just where to go, like what point me in the direction, flashing this insignia.
Okay. When you flash the insignia, this isn't information they would even try and withhold. They let you know that he's taken up he's taken up the town home or the town hall, which they've repurposed into a refugee station for any people displaced by the quakes.
Well, I'll just inform everyone of that as well, since it's like a common ground. So, I need to go do some things for work, but if you all need something found, or maybe looking for someone that may have been displaced by said earthquake and such, the Held Up in Town Hall is a refugee center. You can ask any questions you may need there.
Understood.
Town hall it is. I'll be headed
Alright.
that way.
Are you missing somebody, bros?
Kinda.
Okay,
Owen
are all
kinda
of you?
opens their mouth and then closes it again. That's about it.
All right, were all of you content to make that trip to the town hall then?
Seems
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. With there at least being a destination for you all sticking together at least this much longer. Hopefully heading towards a place that is going to be able to give you a few more answers than you were able to get your last location. Hopefully with a lot less rumbling and shaking. That strange dream still is pushed to the back of your mind as you are at least happy to have your lives. And hopefully you'll be able to make something out of the good company that you've managed to find until then. But for now, we're going to call an end to this first session, and we will pick back up in about 2 weeks' time. I want to thank you all for making your way out here and joining me on this first session of Capricious Reverie.
I want to play more.
What a fucking bombastic session that was.
I want to play more.
I want more character interaction, but my character's bad at that.
It's okay. We'll fix that. We'll fix ya.
We'll get there.
This was first session chaos. Second sessions it might be a little, more directional.
Town did
Oh.
collapse.
I have to wait 2 weeks. I'm going crazy.
Can't just go
Thank
monopolizing
you.
everybody's time all the time.
Thank you so much for this, Anthem.
This is really cool.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate y'all playing.
Yeah, I'm never gonna turn down D&D. I'd do it more if I had more time, but other things monopolize my time, not D&D. But I appreciate you all showing up and showing out. I know everybody's busy and had other things going on.
For you, anything, buddy.
God, what was that boss battle in the beginning? I'm confused. I need to know.
That was me
Ah,
fighting my demons.
ah.
Well, fight them by yourself. Why drag us into that?
I didn't ask you to come.
You know what
The
they
hell?
say, a party that traumas together stays together.
True trauma bonding.
Yay!
I've got mommy issues.
Oh, my bad.
Oh shit, I don't know if we can help with that.
I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be healthy.
Can I like
And
slightly tap your head? Hello?
look
This
forward
smells
to
no.
that and more mommy thoughtiness in 2 weeks, everybody.
That's so good,
was
though.
no.
The mommy thoughty party. I see.
Oh no.
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
I love everybody's characters. You guys are all so cute.
I'm so excited for more of this.
they say as if they didn't draw all of them.
Oh, I don't mean like, I mean, you all cute, but like, your personality's cute.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I love Southern Brew.
I was trying my best to do a Cajun accent, but it ain't gonna work.
Now we got a Texan druid.
Yeehaw, yeehaw,
Yeehaw.
naked. Yeehaw, naked.
Ye horny.
Horny. Horny, horny. Anyway, I gotta drop out, but thank you guys. Go enjoy your raid.
No problem. I'm gonna go and
Bye.
find a raid, someone to send you all off to. Hopefully to keep the. Actually, I see someone playing Magic the Gathering right now, so I'm gonna handle that.
Heck yeah.
Hell
See you
yeah.
guys in 2 weeks. Not next week. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Eat your Wheaties, take your vitamins.
Thank you for that, everyone. I really appreciate you all dropping by. I really appreciate you all just sticking with us for all of that. We're going to try and have more sessions like this coming into the future and trying to stay consistent with it. I've got so much more to share with you all just with everything that's going on here, but that is going to be more for a different time. I'll have more updates on Twitter for timings and the like. We'll be doing some things in between, just filling out characters. I've still got to talk to a bunch of people about NPCs and just filling things in. Luckily enough, I didn't need any of that for session 1, but we'll be working our way more into the game and introducing more things, so everyone look forward to that. This is our raid message. I'm gonna go ahead and get us a raid going on. Let's see, who are we going to raid? Let's see. That is our raid message. If you all don't have the emotes, you can go ahead and use your channel points to purchase them. And we are going to go and try and raid Kazuma because I just saw them playing Magic the Gathering, and it makes me want to play Magic the Gathering, especially since they had their big D&D release on their platform. So we're going to go and check that out. But otherwise, you all make sure you have a good night. Try and take care of yourselves, take care of the people around you, and we will be back in about 2 weeks' time. Sooner for my streams, but 2 weeks' time for the D&D. But you all have a good night. Goodbye.